Hello everyone, welcome to Deaf Mute Studio. I'm joined by Garreth, the man with many fingers, Gibson.
How you doing?
All good, mate, you?
Not too bad, thanks. Thanks for having me again.
Oh, always a pleasure, never a hardship, my friends. So Gib, today, we're doing a series of videos called 31 Days of Horror.
Yep.
Obviously, we're going to release one every day of Halloween, and it's just basically we're going to recommend some really cool, nifty, and amazing horror films to watch over Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's 31 films each, so technically we are recommending 62 films to watch over Halloween.
Yeah. It's a lot of films to watch over a month, but I could definitely do it.
Oh, yes.
I think I normally do, like every month. Yeah.
Oh, yes. So we're going to start at day one, being the 1st of October, which is today. Wink, wink. We've not recorded this beforehand, have we?
Yeah, I've not put these up, just for effect.
Exactly.
These were already here, I swear to God.
Because as we all know, it's not July, Gib. It's October.
It's freezing. That's why I've got my hat on. That's why you've got your cap on.
It's Baltic. Freezing my nips off here.
We only had 3 hours of daylight. It's fucking dark and cold. I promise.
Best time of the year. So we'll get straight into it, mate. Your day one pick for 31 Days of Horror.
Yeah.
What have you got for us?
Well, so my first one is Frank Henenlotter's Brain Damage, which I think was 88. I think, 88 it came out. I might be wrong about that. Should have maybe looked that up. Great start.
Well, you're right. It was 1988. You got it spot on. Yeah.
I should be more, I should have trust my horror knowledge a little bit more, be a bit more confident with it. But yeah, it's not a film like I think I only watched it for the first time about 5 or 6 years ago when Arrow released it on Blu-ray, released like a really nice edition of it. But I've been a massive fan of it ever since. Just really grimy, like wacky 80s horror, which is just, if you've seen any of Frank Henenlotter's films, if you've seen Basket Case, Frankenhooker, or anything like that, it's in the same vein. Set on the like kind of all of his films are set on that really grimy side of New York, that like 42nd Street kind of, always has that backdrop, which some films do try to recreate, and but it's basically about a penis-shaped monster that attaches itself to humans and basically like gives this electric blue juice to the brain and just makes them fucking hyper and like they've got superpowers and they just basically kind of get addicted to it.
Yeah, you've just described my life. This is uncanny.
Yeah. Well, did say it was based on a true story, so. But basically the monster. This is what the monster looks like. There's a very penis-shaped monster called Elmer, and sort of attaches himself to this to the main character Brian, and it keeps shooting all this this kind of electric juice to his brain, and he gets proper addicted to it. So when he's not got it, he starts going he starts getting withdrawals and starts going pale and stuff, and it just goes fucking off his tits as it's going. But really wacky, really fun. Great film to watch over Halloween. I think I highly recommend it for anyone who loves horror comedy, low budget B movies, or all Frank Henenlotter movies. It's gets a big recommendation from me.
Well, I've not seen it, Gib. So what you just described,
I think you'd really like it.
It sounds batshit crazy, which I'm all in for.
Yeah, and it's really funny as well. Like the little penis-shaped monster's just got this little posh English accent, and every time it talks, it does this little wobbly head thing. It's really funny. But yeah, but it has some great gore effects. Has some good little optical, like, you know, really kind of low budget looking ones, like, you know, but kind of it goes in with the film's tone as well. But yeah, that's my recommendation for the 31st.
And what a film to kick it all off with. I mean, you could have picked something like straight edge, like proper, like took itself seriously, but no, start off with something fun.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a common theme in my list, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, to counteract your fun suggestion, Gib.
Yeah.
I've gone with The Mist by Frank Darabont.
Oh wow, okay. Talk about a tonal shift.
Completely. I was like, I've misread the room, clearly.
You just didn't read the brief, did you?
No. Oh my god. But yeah, it is.
No, The Mist is a great film.
It is. It seems like the complete opposite to Brain Damage, which I think it's actually not too bad of a pick to have one fun and one serious film. But
The Mist is very more highbrow. Yeah,
but I absolutely loved The Mist. When I first watched it, I wasn't expecting much. I saw a bit of the trailer. I was like, oh, I'll give it a watch. It's probably gonna be shit.
Yeah.
But it really did. It blew my socks off. I mean, I look like Frank Darabont is well known for making a fair few Stephen King films, and it's a great effect. Yeah. But I think,
and ones that Stephen King always really really likes as well.
Yeah, they seem to work together like really well, or they complement each other's work. But with The Mist, I think The Mist is my favorite one of Frank Darabont's Stephen King, because I like the whole, it's not really about the monsters, it's about what people do under pressure and how they act.
Yeah, and it was done. That was done a little bit more before it was kind of, done to death. Kind of The Walking Dead was, one that moved on with that, which obviously Frank Darabont was, but with the first season anyway. Yeah. I think he directed the first episode as well, didn't he? And that kind of touches upon similar themes. But this, it's totally the monsters do become a bit of an afterthought, don't they?
Yeah, and another, I do like the monsters because they are completely otherworldly. Although some, like, you got like ones that look like bats. The spider scene absolutely knocks me sick. Where they're just the bursting off the guy's face. Like I'm terrified of spiders, so that really that really gets to me.
Yeah.
But the thing that really like knocked it out the park with me for The Mist was that ending.
Yeah.
That ending, I thought that at the time, I thought that was the ballsiest ending ever.
It's one only like a few directors could get away with. And Frank Darabont being one of them, maybe someone like a Scorsese or a Tarantino. Not a lot of other directors, I don't think, could get away with that. So with such a big budget film as well, I can imagine it was pretty big budget. It's a kick in the balls, isn't it?
It is, and there is a spoiler warning at the beginning of all these. So, like, I will be talking about what actually happens in the end. I mean, Thomas Jane is a very underrated actor. I think he's the bee's knees in a lot of what he's been in.
Yeah, very underused.
And I think The Mist showcases his talents perfectly, especially the ending where he kills everyone. He kills his son, and he tries his best to, in a way, commit suicide by offering himself up to these mist creatures. and then that music kicks in, and you see the tanks and the army coming through the mist, and you're just like,
and even like the color just goes back to normal.
Yeah,
it's got this very sort of grey like look to it, and suddenly it just opened. Obviously, it's to show the mist, but it's like the mist actually just disappears, and it's like, oh, they just waited like another fucking 2 minutes.
It was such a painful ending, and watching it first time, I was just like, holy fuck.
And it's like, how could he carry on living after that? It's just, it's a gut. And I think Stephen King, I think he said that he wished he would have come up with that ending himself for the book.
Yes.
So yeah, that's kind of cool when the author of what you've adapted actually like said you've done that bit better.
I mean, what a stamp of approval.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, great film.
Excellent. And yes, that is our 2 picks for the 1st of October in the bag. If you've watched them, let us know what you think. If you haven't watched them, let us know if you're going to watch them. Have we sold these films to you? Or are you just thinking, these two are a pair of twats, I'm not going to listen to these?
Yeah, it's a divisive double bill if you want to go with them too.
I mean, what a way to kick off Halloween.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm going to say.